And here we go as the revs go up for the 250 Pro main event. Who's it gonna be? The gates down. And Zach with a big launch off the start, but is gonna end up lifting that front end, so he's gonna drop back, and it is Harry leading him out of that first corner, grabbing that hole shot. Dr. Gio, our points leader, in second. As Hunter makes the move up the inside, but doesn't quite get it done. William S. in fourth. As he goes blowing over the berm to the finish line. Oh, and change is crazy up here already. As we have Harry still cruising out front. But Zach has gotten up into second. Jaden in third. Ashton fourth. Nick fifth. And D in sixth. Oh, guys getting together and going down in this long rhythm section. Carnage on these opening laps, but it is Harry trying to run away with this thing early as everything happens behind him, and Zach is trying to make sure that doesn't happen. We start lap 2 here. Still Harry out front. Zach in second. Jaden in third. Ashton fourth. Zeit fifth. Star Game up to sixth. K-Dub in seventh. Cooper eighth. Dr. Gio ninth. And Nick rounding out our top 10 as they run right now. That's right. Get him, big dog. That's the ruddy support in chat. Love to see it. How's it going, Ronan? How you doing tonight? Harry continues to seem to stretch his lead slightly, or maybe it's sitting about even. I think he's extended just a little bit, though. Zach in second, Jaden. Wait, is that right? Yeah, Jaden in third, Ashton in fourth, and Star Game up to fifth. Zeit in sixth, Cooper in seventh, and Dr. Gio in eighth. Gio coming into this round is our points leader, but if I remember correctly, it's really close between him and Zeit going into this round. So we could have a points lead change here tonight. Yeah, sadly he was actually up near the front on the first lap there, but obviously carnage ensued and he got tangled up in it somewhere. Oh, you know what? No, he actually went blowing over this berm on the after he was completing the first full lap when he was in the top 5. How about my man K-Dubs putting on a strong ride as usual on Pro Day. Got himself into the top 10 here, sitting in 8th place. Had a great ride in the Pro-Am night for once. He usually struggles on Pro-Am night, but he didn't have the best start in the main event, but rode all the way up to a podium position. Yeah, for sure. Definitely don't. Anything's better than dead last, especially when you're going against these big boys, you know, these big dogs, right? Big dogs can swallow you up. Oh, the lead starting to get closer here. Zach starting to make some ground on Harry. Oh, and as Harry goes for a tumble in the whoops, clipping the tough blocks, and Zach takes the lead. Just as I was saying something, there is a new leader as Harry throws it away. Zach almost looked like he was going to go and rip a big start, but sadly he had a little bit of lift and had to back it down, but managed to recover early in this one. Get back into a solid spot pretty quickly. and then ran after Harry for that lead. As they've already put Nick MX a lap down here. Oh yeah, dude. Some people's whip speed really is insane. But as you can see, it also can easily just completely come undone, just like you see when they just throw it away IRL too. Sometimes it's just, they could be hitting them, blitzing them perfect, lap after lap, and then they hit it that one time, and it's all over. As a lot of the old commentators would say, get that huck and buck. Hold on for dear life and hope you don't die. Zach coming up short on the triple in there. It's going to allow Harry to close back in, and looks like he's going to get the pass back on Zach here for the lead. By the way, in case you didn't notice the theme tonight, it seems like PWR is kind of taking over this week. Don't get me wrong, we always usually have a good amount of PWR guys racing, and I'm happy to have them out here. They have been doing great lately, you know. But, man, have like half the main basically be PWR. Thought I was bad with 5 guys in Pro-Am on Friday night. Oh yeah, Chris. Yeah, I definitely think this track's layout is very creative. I couldn't tell you how I feel about the track itself, to be honest. I've kind of been over Supercross for a few weeks, if not a month for now. Like, not watching it. Like, I still like watching it and everything, but I've been just kind of over playing it. You know, I'm burnt out on it. It's never my stronger suit. I like motocross more on this game, so just kind of over it, as I'm sure a lot of people are. I mean, hell, NA had pretty low signups this week, so I don't think it's just me. but definitely is a very interesting layout, and I hear most people seem to have talked about liking it that I've been hearing, so definitely looks a little bit more challenging, but really nice and flowy and unique compared to a lot of the recent rounds that have been more on the simple side and lack of creativity, I guess I could say. Yeah, I can definitely see that, but I love that factor of the game. I think the E-Road has definitely been better with these newer tire models this year, and I love the challenge. I think, you know, E-Road's supposed to get difficult. It's like when people complain about the E-Road being too high sometimes because there's this hole or kicker in a jump. It's like, well, when I go to the track IRL, there's kickers. Oh, what was that? Come on, Harry. You had to go and just send it in there on Jade like that. He was a lapper, so whatever, but still. Didn't have to do that. Guessing he caught Harry out and pissed him off. I don't know. Like, matter of fact, it looks like our man Williams getting ready to go a lap down here to Harry, because here he comes. Oh yeah, you see what I mean, man? Harry looked like he was flying through those whoops, and then he almost ate it so hard at the end there. Somehow he saved it. Exactly, Chris. So, like, it's funny when people complain about your road and stuff. Like, I get it, you know, it is a video game, but it is supposed to be a sim, right? So, like, the whole idea is these are the best of the best, and it's supposed to get difficult. So, that's why I hope that people agree and come out and race and enjoy the the difficulty of what we do for our E-Road for the Pro classes and Pro-Am. I mean, realistically, what we do in general for E-Road, but we do make it easier on the lower classes. You mean that things start forming sharp edges like they do IRL, Ronan? Sounds like he chose the right thing to use. Just saying. Matter of opinion, of course. Yeah, for sure, I get you. Yeah, and sometimes it also depends on like who you're lining up against. Like if everyone's fucking up the lines, then the road doesn't come in right, you know? I've never seen a triangle in the middle of a rut on any time I've been playing either. That's an interesting thing that you saw. I'm sure it wasn't a graphical glitch. I've never seen a single triangle in a rut. Shit gets rough, but like a triangle in the middle of the rut. Maybe I'm missing something there. Oh yeah, it's more of like the braking bumps and stuff, not so much like dead middle of the rut, right? Unless you're talking about like the death ruts that form if the E-road really is set too high, if that's what you mean. Because there is a fine line. If you go too high, it really does start shaping up wrong. Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, no, I know about death ruts. Yeah, no, I try to avoid that. I don't want that. I do want it to get difficult and maybe start forming a hole or a kicker in some of the faces and stuff like that. That's the goal. I want it to be as realistic as possible without it having that weird BS. Alright. Gary coming up on lap and Nick again? Looks like it. Oh, look. Cato's tired. He was riding strong in the top 10. Must have had some issues. Let's see. We got any battles going on. There's Ruddy, Ashton. Ruddy and Ashton battling? No, they're not. Here's Zach. There's Stargame. Oh, well, I guess that's technically a battle now. Zach and Stargame here for third. As Stargame has gotten by as Zach made some mistakes before the big Supercross triple. Trying to get back after Stargame if he can. Yeah, well, I know that Dr. Geo and Zeit are in the points battle, so Dr. Geo is trying to do everything he can to stop that from happening. Yeah, let's see, actually, where are they? That's Hunter. So they're ahead of that. There's Zeit. Here's Dr. Geo. Yeah, Zeit's got a bit of ground if he wants to try and get to Geo before the end of this thing. It's a little looking like it's a little too much of a gap to ask for unless Geo helps him out. Got Cooper in fifth. Geo in sixth here. We got the Lapper Squid. Then we got Zeit. Oh, Zeit better be careful. He might lose a spot to Hunter. And our leader crosses the finish line to start the final lap around here. Coming up on trying to lap Frank as Frank goes down right before the big Supercross triple. Lets him on by. Oh, that thing's definitely got a kicker out of it. Look at that. Oh, look at that thing. Oh, I had to take a good look at that. After watching what I did to Hunter, I had to look at that thing. Here comes Harry into the last big rhythm section here before the finish line. Into the left-hander, over the double, and crosses that finish line to grab that 250 main event win here tonight in Denver. Second is going to go to Ashton. Next in line is going to be Stargame, I believe, in that P3 spot. Yep, there he is coming across. And it's going to be Zach in fourth. Cooper in fifth. And Dr. Geo able to gain himself some points over Zeit tonight, coming home in sixth. Yeah, not bad at all, William. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. And then Hunter coming home in seventh, and Zeit, the last guy in the lead lap, in eighth. And it was Frank ninth, Ruddy 10th, William 11th, Nikki 12th, Jaden MX 13th, Nick MX 14th, Squid 15th, and the rest have retired.